I just got done watching the first live show of American Idol season 14, top 12 guys, and I'm going to tell you about it. These are, of course, my opinions. I'm entitled to my opinions, and so you might agree or disagree, but this is what I saw and this is what I thought. First guy was Adam Izagalian. I think I pronounced his last name right. He sung I Wanna Rock With You, and he did a great job. He reminds me of Chris Sly from season 6, Melinda Doolittle season. By the way, Melinda Doolittle, you're my favorite American Idol singer. I was about to say winner, but in my eyes, you've won. But he's from her season. And then you also have, he sings like Caleb Johnson, who won last season, so season 13. Did a great job, great way to start the show, a lot of energy, great guy. Hope he makes it far. The next person that sung was Michael Simeon, and he sung that really cheesy song, How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? I think it's like a Michael Bolton song or something. And he did a good job, a decent job with it. I was really paying more attention to his style. I'm thinking you're performing in front of millions of people. You're going to come up there and you're going to look pretty, hip. And he had on a dress shirt, which looked a little bit baggy, and jeans and a tie, and the shirt was untucked. I didn't think stylistically that was that great. He should have just wore like a red polo and some khaki pants and looked like he was, at least representing Target or something. But I wasn't a big fan of what he wore up there. And so I was more paying attention to what he wore. And, they did some close-ups to his face and his eyebrows looked a little out of whack. Or, like sometimes when people comb their eyebrows before they go on stage, that's what it kind of looked like. So, I know I'm being nitpicky about that, but I really wasn't paying attention to the songs. But he's done good so far, and I'm sure he's going to go through to the next round. Savion Wright. Savion is my man. He killed it. He sung Hey Soul Sister. To be a little honest, I thought it was a little too subdued. I would have wanted him to sing something a little bit more catchier. I can't think of something off the top of my head, but just something besides Hey Soul Sisters, kind of a relaxed song to sing. And I think I'm really glad that the judges told him no last season because he came back and he looks better. I mean, he sounds great like he always does, but he looks better. He looks more like an Idol winner. Like his frame kind of filled out. He got all muscly and stuff. And so that's, really good. The idea that he's really been eating his spinach and going to the gym, lifting those weights. So yeah, I really thought, Savion Wright did really great with the song that he had. The next guy was Mark Andrew, and he sung The Weight. I think his voice is really distinctive. Very distinctive voice, very folksy kind of voice. I think he's one of the older contestants too this season. And I think he did a pretty good job. He was also on The Voice. Nothing really big to say about it. Yeah, overall really good. I think, okay, if I did have to critique the song, I would say I wish he had added a modulation. Because I think that song just stayed in one place, and if he added a modulation, it would have just made it, more meaningful. But I guess the song, the way that it's talking about the weight and stuff, I don't know. I would have added a modulation and went up to another level, because he could hit higher notes, I'm sure. Next guy was Trevor Douglas, sung Best I Ever Had. I've never been a fan of him. I know he's kind of like the geek chic, Bill Nye wannabe if he doesn't make it on American Idol. And I mean, just honestly, if he left the competition right now, I would not shed a single tear. And I'm not trying to be cruel. It's just, it wasn't really that good. And he also looked like twinsies with, who was it? Michael Simeon. They were wearing like the same, at first I thought it was the exact same outfit. Because I was like, okay, he's got the shirt, the tie, and the pants. And when they hugged at the end of his little clip, then I saw that was like a different color shirt, different color tie. But still, I'm not into that style. Maybe I'm out of style or something, but that style was kind of tacky. So I think if you're going to be on stage, you're going to present yourself to America, do your best, give 100%. And the song kept getting worse. Like, as he kept singing, it kept getting worse. And that falsetto at the end was not good. I mean, if you're going to be a dude and put in falsetto, you better hit those notes. Otherwise, it's not going to sound good. Falsetto never sounds good if it's just kind of like a half-done falsetto. So he could go home. And I mean, do something with science. I mean, obviously that's what you're good at. Do something in regards to that. And he has his whole life ahead of him, so I'm not really worried about his future. I don't need to see him on my TV screen anymore. Just trying to really be nice, but, bye-bye. The next guy was Clark Beckham. Clark Beckham, I'm not gonna lie, when he sung "When a Man Loves a Woman," and he did that first line, "When a man loves a woman," I threw my hands up like I was up in some church. I was like, you know, and it was good. The only problem about that song is that Joshua Ledet from season 11 sung "When a Man Loves a Woman," and he tore it up from the flow up. He tore it up, and it was awesome. Like, I mean, I swear to God, I spoke in tongues when Joshua Ledet sung "When a Man Loves a Woman," and I never speak in tongues on songs like that. But man, it was awesome, and so I did a comparison of him, so it wasn't as good. However, it was definitely a stand-up performance that I think he's going to win. Personally, he fits the mold of who consistently tends to win American Idol. And he's kind of a crooner. He's got a really good voice, easy on the eyes. I mean, he's going to win. I mean, if he doesn't win, I'll be really surprised. But I mean, everything that he's done so far up to this point has been really good. And yeah, I mean, I guess, if I was giving him any critique, I would say just work on your, I guess, performance skills a little bit. Because when he's behind the piano, it seems like he does better. But when he's out in front, I noticed that he looked, I don't want to say nervous, but just like some of the hand motions were off. It was just like he threw his hand up at one point. I was like, why'd you do that? That didn't make any sense. And so some of that was a little off. But, I mean, he's in the right direction. I think he could win the whole thing very easily. Rayvon Owens. Oh, man. Rayvon Owens doesn't know this, but his name is Ray Ray in my book. Ray Ray. That's what I'm going to call him as long as he stays in competition. So Ray Ray did Jealous. I guess it's a Nick Jonas song. Not really a big fan of the song. I think that I was a little disappointed. My boy Ray Ray, I'll keep it real. I was a little disappointed with the song choice. And if you stuck with that song, I wish he had taken it down maybe a half step or a whole step so that when he hit those falsetto notes, especially earlier on, that he would have actually hit them. I mean, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted him to hit them full force. And to me, it sounded really weak. And the only falsetto part that I liked when he sang Jealous was at the end. It was good. That was the good part. But it took him a minute to get there. And I didn't really like the falsetto in those early portions. And maybe I need to re-listen to it to make sure that I heard it right. But it sounded a little weak at the beginning. But I still think, he did a great job. He's definitely my favorite he was my favorite going into the night. And so I hope he makes it through. Awesome person. But yeah, my boy Ray Ray, definitely going to vote for him tonight. I hope he stays in this competition. Daniel Stevie singing I'm Yours. Okay, he's like the youngest dude here. He's 15 years old. And, he reminds me a little bit of Eben from season, I want to say it was season 11. Eben from season 11. Except he's more talented, like in regards to the multiple amount of musical instruments he can play. And so, yeah, he's just like J-Lo said, he's adorable. Like, I mean, there's no word to describe it. He's just like this adorable little kid. Probably would have hung out with him when I was 15 years old. Like, hey, what's up, man? And we'd be just laughing and stuff. And so I think he's really talented. And if there was like American Idol show for the age of, 15 and younger, I would want him to win. But I don't want him to win. I don't want him to stay longer than some of my favorite contestants. And I know he's going to stay long because he's going to get a lot of votes because, he's that adorable kind of David Archuleta looking kid. And his voice really is, you could tell it's a good voice. But it's kind of like, I know he's going through puberty when I listen to his voice. And so that's kind of interesting. But I mean, the kid is very talented. Can't be denied. I wish he came back 2 or 3 years from now and did this competition because I would be completely on board. And, it's just a little side note. I'm going to be critiquing some fashion here because, I'm not saying I'm the most fashionable person in the world, but I pay attention to everything. It's got to be the whole package. He rolled up the sleeve of his shirt, and I just don't get that. Like, if you have, big arms, then roll up your sleeve and show off your buff muscles. But if you don't have big arms, then, wear a long sleeve shirt. And, I don't know. I didn't get that. Like, I was just like, I guess that's, a cute thing to do, roll up the sleeve of your shirt. Maybe I'm being too particular, and I'm sure the girls did it either way. So, I'm sure he's going to go through. Good song, very, great kid. Riley Bria sung Homeboy. I'm not a huge country fan, But one thing I can say is I can appreciate a strong country singer. You give me someone like Carrie Underwood. You give me someone like Miranda Lambert. You give me someone that can sing a country song. That stuff is good when they know how to sing. And I think Riley Bria is good for country, but I think he's a better guitar player than he's actually a better vocalist. And so I think that's going to be one of the problems as he goes through with his competition. I wish his vocals were a little bit better. I almost would say if we had X Factor USA still, he would make a great addition to that one boy band that they put together. It was a country boy band. I think it was called like Restless Road from US X Factor season 3. He would be awesome on that. He'd been awesome with that group. And so I'm trying to just see him get stronger as a soloist artist. So we'll see how that works out. But, Riley Bria, he did a good job. He looks a lot like Keith Urban, definitely, like everyone keeps saying. What did Harry Connick Jr. said? Oh, you're Keith Suburban. I was like, oh, okay, Keith Suburban. But he could have been a little bit better. Quentin Alexander, I put a smell on you. Smell on you. I said smell on you. Spell on you. Dude, that was awesome. He put a spell on me. I was not a huge fan going into. He reminds me a little bit of a YouTuber called Kingsley. Like if Kingsley was more musically talented and had like a huge like ring in his nose, that they would look very similar to me, in my opinion. But dude, he was pretty awesome. He was pretty awesome. I mean, I really felt the song. And I think, he touched into the drama of the song. And when you can touch into the drama of the song, it's awesome. I am kind of sick of people singing this song, though. I mean, every single, vocal reality show has someone do it. Like, was it Jackie Lee sang this song? I forgot her name from last season, but she was like the second in line from last season of American Idol. She sung this song, I thought. I don't know. A lot of people sing this song. But he did his own little spin to it, and it was really good. And you know what I thought about? He's kind of like a black male version of Lady Gaga. Yeah, he's like Gogs. So yeah, I could dig him. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. I want to see him go further in the competition. So we'll see how that goes. Nick Frandiani. Very professional. Looks like a side profile. Looks kind of like Adam Levine. I felt like the mic should have been up a little bit more because he was kind of like leaning in, hunched over. It seemed like a lot of people were hunched over their mics, and I'm not sure if that's like a look or something. Like I'm like stand up straight, have good posture. I don't know, but maybe it's just me. But he did really good, professional, sung, thinking out loud. Awesome performer. I could see him going pretty far in the competition. He's ready for the radio right now. He's perfect. And then last of the night was Kasim Middleton, Uptown Funk. I love that song. Like that is my jam in the car. It's on the radio 24/7, and I'm just like, Uptown Funk you up, Uptown Funk you up. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I have like this little clip of me like just breaking out of my car to that song. I love that song. And Kasim, was not vocally perfect on that song. Like Bruno Mars is awesome, and Bruno Mars kills that song. But Kasim dedicated and gave a performance, and it was awesome. Like I raised my hands, I was jamming, oh man, that song was awesome. And so I'm definitely going to try to vote for him tonight as well. But great performance overall. And I hope he sticks with the competition. And his mom is hilarious. Like his mom reminds me of my mom. Like my mom be saying stuff that I'm just like, Mom, and she tries to pretend like, she's all sweet and stuff, but crazy. His mom is funny. And so she can stay on the show. I want to see her sometimes more than I want to see him. Like, what's his mom going to say? I mean, she'd be saying everything. So it was an awesome night tonight. I can't wait to see the girls perform. I have some favorites in the girls. And so definitely subscribe to my brand new channel. Like me and whatever you're supposed to say after this. And you can always, put things at the bottom of the thing and maybe I'll respond. I don't know if I'm going to respond because, crazy people on YouTube be responding, saying all kinds of crazy stuff. So I might not respond. I might just, ignore the comments below. But we'll see how that goes. So until the next American Idol live show, I will see you later. Don't forget to vote for your favorites, and hopefully this is going to be an awesome season and we get a really great winner.